Ramsdale, Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, Tomiyasu, Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka, Bukayo Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, and Gabriel Jesus are the ones starting for the team which goes by the names of Arsenal at a side which goes by the names of Emirates. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? And where you're watching us from, smash the like button, comment, and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner, that's where you're supposed to be going to let us know what you think about this game of football. And you can as well go into what we call our poll and really tell us what's your prediction, and you tell us who is winning and obviously who is drawing and obviously who is losing in this game of football. Rokan David is my name, and obviously we are really starting off, and on your screen is the starting 11 of Arsenal that Mikel Arteta has really gone for to beat a side which goes by the names of Nottingham. Why am I telling to beat? Because this is a must-win for a team which goes by the names of Arsenal. If you're an Arsenal fan outside there, this is supposed to be a win for Arsenal. It's a must-win for Arsenal, and I have no doubt that Arsenal is going to win this game of football, though you can't really know what the results is really going to be for any footballing game, because yesterday we saw all the teams that really won in the top 6. They were really struggling to win. You watched it with your naked eyes. All these teams were struggling to win. Then the other games, Liverpool lost 2-1 at Anfield, moreover. Then Chelsea was beaten by Brighton at Annex Stadium. You know that very well. So it's very hard to see to it that you can rule out a result of any nature in this game of football. But if you go to Google, according to Google, they're really showing us that Arsenal, let me show you what Google is showing us. They are showing that Arsenal is really having a very, 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 very huge winning percentage for this game of football. And this is what Google has for us. It's showing us that Arsenal has a 79% chance to win this game of football, 14% to draw, and obviously Nottingham is having a 7% win percentage. That's it. The winning percentage of Arsenal is 79, of which I agree with him, because it's obviously written all over this game of football that it's going to be an Arsenal win. I don't know what you think about it, but to me, I believe it's going to be an Arsenal win. They are going to win this game in any nature, because Man City won yesterday. Man City is on top of the table, and they are just 1 point ahead of Arsenal, meaning that if Arsenal really wins today, they are going back on top of the Premier League table, and they will be how many points ahead of City? 2 points again, as they prepare to play their other games in the Premier League. Remember, they are left with 3 games. This is their 3rd game. This is their second last game, meaning that they're going to play Chelsea, I think, next weekend, and obviously they'll be playing Chelsea, they'll be playing Wolverhampton Wanderers, and that will seal off their season at a side which goes by the names of Arsenal, and obviously go to the World Cup break. And one thing you would always love to see is to go into the World Cup break when you are really in the lead of the table, because it is really immense and very much great at a team which goes by the names of Arsenal. The atmosphere is really good, and you'd love to see Arsenal go ahead and really win this game of football. And obviously, Kientieni making it to the bench of Arsenal, that is another story that has really caught very many people on their eye, because he's really that guy that many people really thought is going to start. But if you watched my predicted lineup, I told you that it's going to be Tomiyasu playing on the left side of the central defense, because it looks like Mikel Arteta is really known trusting a player who goes by the names of Kientieni, because if he trusted him, he would have been starting. And when you look at the bench, there is Hein, Kientieni, Holding, Cedric, Lokonga, Vieira, Nelson, Marquinhos, and Edin Nketiah, meaning that Mikel Arteta is not trusting this guy at all. That's why he's left-footed, and the manager is not really starting him. I've seen people saying that maybe they're just trying to manage him. No way, because if at all it was Zinchenko, ask yourself, if Zinchenko was fully fit, would the manager of Arsenal go in and really bench Zinchenko and really start Tomiyasu onto the left back? That's out. It's really the manager not trusting him in the most important games of the season for Arsenal, because in the most important game of Chelsea, of Liverpool, where we thought he was going to come in and really play a very huge role, they have not started him. And I've told you guys, you'll go in history and remember me that I've always told you Kientien is going to be sold from Arsenal. He's going to be sold from Arsenal. You might hate it if I told you a Kientien lover, but they're going to sell him. When you look at how Nuno Tavares is performing at Marseille and how he's improving game in, game out this season, obviously, he's really going to come in here, and obviously when he comes, things are not going to be good for for Kientieni, and Kientieni is going to be sold off. You get? This time, he has played 12 games in the Olympic, it's what? French League 1. He's having 12 matches and 3 goals. He has played 5 games in the UEFA Champions League, and he has not scored any. But it shows you that he has played 17 games and is improving. And I believe what Arsenal got for loaning Saliba at Marseille is what they're going to get again for loaning a player by the names of Nuno Tavares at the side of Marseille. Because when you look at how the manager really wants his left back to play, Nuno Tavares has other qualities. Zinchenko has other qualities. He doesn't believe in a player who plays as a wide left back. He doesn't believe in that. He believes in a left back who cuts inside. When he gets this ball, he approaches this area. These are the half spaces. This is the wide area, and these are the half spaces. This is the center of the pitch. Now, Tomiyasu coming in through and really benching Kientieni is really so much bad, because Kientieni is one of the players that we rated highly, especially in the Premier League last season. We thought that him, Luke Shaw, and Robertson were the best left backs in the league, and adding on likes of Ben Chilwell and Chichurela, those 3 were my best left backs into the Premier League. But as things stand, he has lost touch. And obviously, Tomiyasu is really starting ahead of him, and we are really seeing a very big change that the manager is really making. Benny White starting as the right back. William Saliba partnering with Gabriel Magalhaes. Good news for Gabriel Magalhaes, because we thought that he was really going to be a doubt for the Arsenal side. Reason being, he limped off the pitch when that final whistle was blown, when Arsenal was really beaten by which team? By PSV in Netherlands. That was 2-0. But we thought that he was not going to come back. But yesterday, with the pics that we saw in training, he was part of the training and trained very well. And obviously, the manager has really put him alongside Saliba. And guys, time is going to come, and you give this guy the flowers he deserves. That is Gabriel Magalhaes. I've seen very many people not really giving him the praise he deserves. Have you noticed that every game that Saliba plays without Gabriel Magalhaes, it looks like he's a little bit exposed, meaning that Gabriel Magalhaes and Saliba complement themselves very well. It's like Vidic and Ferdinand, how they used to complement themselves very well, because Ferdinand was a world-class defender. By the time we bought him at Manchester United, he came in through, played very well, but obviously things were not going on as planned. And by the time we brought in Nemanja Vidic, they really made a very good connection, and that connection really resulted into him playing very well, and it resulted into the best central defense partnership in the world. And I believe Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes are really destined to that. If at all they keep William Saliba and they manage to tie him on a long contract, because he's left with 3 years on his contract, the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona are really looking at Saliba. Arsenal need to tie him on a longer contract. They need to Gabriel Magalhaes, because Gabriel Magalhaes is now available at Arsenal until 2027. That's what Arsenal should do. That's what Arsenal should go on and do, to tie him on a long contract. These two, if they keep at Arsenal for the next 4 seasons, they are going to be talked about as one of the best central defense partnerships in the world. That's it. That's it. So Gabriel Magalhaes is returning, and starting with Saliba is really a very good start. The side which goes by names of Arsenal. Tomiyasu playing as the left back. It shows you the weakness of Kientieni and how far he has really gone ahead to deteriorate in form, and he is really losing choice from the manager, Mikel Arteta. Arsenal has gone for a 4-3-3. Thomas Partey is going to play a single pivot, and that shows you that Mikel Arteta wants to commit more numbers forward into the final third of Nottingham, meaning that Odegaard and Granit Xhaka are really going to be playing so much as attacking midfielders, adding themselves to Bukayo Saka Gabriel Jesus, and obviously Gabriel Martinelli. Now, in this game of football, there are players you are going to ask to rise up to the occasion. First and foremost, this guy, Jesus. You know, however much you come out and play very good and play very many games, everyone will ask for goals because a center forward is always counted on goals. However much he has gotten himself involved in 9 goals or 10 goals for Arsenal, people will always demand for goals. And when Arsenal is performing very well, no one is going to come out and really tell Jesus that, or Jesus, that you've not been scoring goals for Arsenal. But every time they lose, like in the game of PSV and the game of Southampton where he missed out to 2 close chances, obviously everyone will say that, why isn't he scoring? We brought him here to score goals. But I believe he's going to lift himself up today, and I believe he's going to be among those players that are really going to bury that ball at the back of the net. People will say that I just love him, I don't criticize him, but he's in the team that doesn't create much for him. Let's agree on this, guys. Let's agree on this. This is the fact. Does Arsenal create enough for this guy? I think the best game Arsenal has created more chances for this guy was the game of Southampton, and they created close to 2 chances for him. And I believe that would have buried one of the two to really give Arsenal a 2-0 lead, such that Southampton, even if they would have scored, it would have been what we call a lead of 2-1 by Arsenal. So I believe he missed out on chances, but I believe they need to go on and really give him more chances. The good thing is that they drew with Southampton and they were 4 points ahead of Man City. Now, this time, Man City is ahead of them by 1 point. They win. They go back to their two goal gap. They are really ahead of a team which goes by the name of Man City. But that comes in a very good situation that Arsenal is playing home and playing Nottingham. Arsenal have not lost any Premier League game at home. They've won every game. They beat Leicester City by 4 goals to 2. They beat Fulham by 2 goals to 1. They beat Aston Villa 2-1. They beat Spurs by 3 goals to 1. They beat Liverpool by 3 goals to 2. And their last game they played at Emirates was that of Liverpool, winning that game by 3 goals to 2. I mean in the Premier League, because someone would say, we tell me that we also played the UEFA Europa League. I'm talking about Premier League, guys. I'm talking Premier League. So Arsenal has really gone ahead to do the needful and obviously host this club, and they've not lost any game away. But one thing they need to work on today is that every game they played at Emirates in the Premier League, they've conceded. They conceded 2 against Leicester. They conceded 1 against Fulham. They conceded 1 against Tottenham, 1 against Aston Villa, and 2 against Liverpool. Now, I think it's high time Arsenal went ahead to do the needful and really put in what we call a central defense that is really watertight. I need to see them keep a clean sheet today because, as Sir Alex Ferguson told us, that clean sheets win trophies and goals win matches, meaning that Arsenal really wants to win a trophy, and they're in contention to win their first Premier League trophy since the season of 2003-2004. So I believe Arsenal are really going to go on and really get this done and dusted in the first minutes of the game. Obviously, in any game, this has become a norm, and people might be even fed up of it, that first goal is always important. Obviously, the first goal is always important. And every time you come in through and really see how Arsenal has been playing, it really shows you that they can really kill off a team immediately, like they did against Spurs, they did against Liverpool, because Liverpool, it had not even hit a second, and they were already there, and they had already gotten themselves ahead, meaning that it's really a very important time for Arsenal to go on and really take a two-goal lead against Nottingham. Why do Arsenal need to go on and really score very fast in this game of football? They won't face what Liverpool faced, because every time you let Nottingham go ahead of you, they are going to go back and sit behind and really defend with 10 men behind that ball. They're going to be very much compact, and Arsenal doesn't have very many players that really act well in tight spaces or compact spaces. I think the only players they have that I really trust in acting in compact spaces, it's Gabriel Jesus and this guy, Odegaard. You get those two, I trust them. But you wouldn't like your team to be there at that level. And that means Arsenal should go on and really get the blueprint they used to beat Liverpool and bring it in this game. Because in just 1 minute, Arsenal was 1 goal ahead of Liverpool. That's it. So They need to go ahead and really get a goal in the first 10 minutes. In the 20 minutes, in the next 10 minutes, they get the second one. If at all they can get the first half done when they are 2 goals ahead of Nottingham, then that game will be done, because Nottingham will come out and really try to open up itself. And obviously, you know what it means when you open up and Arsenal is really having that ball. And that's the same tactic that PSV used away to beat Arsenal. What they did was they played a deep line, but you know they are good at passing that ball. And Ruud van Nistelrooy has gone ahead to adapt that Dutch system of play. What happened? Arsenal was really attacking, but they are not really utilizing their chances. And guess what? Every time PSV went past Arsenal, it looked a threat. And obviously, they put 2 goals past them in the first half, but all of them were ruled because of offside. Second half, it wasn't the case. 2 goals in. So Arsenal needs to go ahead and go and do the needful. Each and every time you get that ball, because Arsenal is going to be having the lion's share of the possession, passing accuracy is going to be upside there. And obviously, they'll need to go on and really bury off this game and kill off immediately. And that's going to help Arsenal. But let's talk about Ramsdale before we go into the starting 11 of a team which goes by names of Nottingham. This guy, Aaron Ramsdale, should come in through and do the needful. The mistake he did when Arsenal was conceding the second goal against PSV should not ever happen again. It was really a silly mistake. He mistimed, or he misread the flight of the ball that was delivered by Cody Gakpo, and obviously it met the head of Luke de Jong, and he made it too for Arsenal. This team of Nottingham is really deadly when it comes to set pieces. If you've watched them play, they're really deadly at set pieces, and they need to go ahead and really watch these players. Now, let's go to the starting 11 of a team which goes by names of Nottingham and how they're really going to start and face that Arsenal side right about now. Now, they're having Dean Henderson in goal on loan from Manchester United. Decent goalkeeper. Remember him against Liverpool. He pulled out close to 3 world-class saves that really saw Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, and Robert Firmino denied goals. That's it. Sergio Aurier. He was at Spurs. He was at Spurs playing very well and went at Villarreal, and he signed just a 6-month contract, and now he's back to the Premier League. And obviously playing at the right back. His efforts going forward are undoubted. He has a perfect cross on him, and if at all Arsenal let him fly off that line, he might cross to a side which goes by the names of Arsenal. Then Lodi, also good defensively, and he also has a good cross on him. Arsenal need to watch a lot on him. Then McKenna and Cook, central defenders, obviously keeping a clean sheet against the team which goes by the names of Liverpool shows you how good they are and how this team really defended very well. And then Fregula, Yetes, and Koyate, these 3 are really hard to break in the midfield, but they are facing one of the best midfields in the Premier League, consisting of Thomas Partey and Granit Xhaka. Obviously, I believe Arsenal are going to win the midfield battle, but Jesse Lingard, he has not been that player he was way back when he was on loan at West Ham. I think he went there for the money because he's earning £200,000 a week at a team which goes by the names of West Ham. But I believe in him being one of the best players that can really go on and really shock Arsenal. In games like this, he can rise up to the occasion. And Ben White need to watch out on this guy because he can really hurt them. Then Gibbs White is really the other player. They need to go on and really watch a lot. And obviously, T. Awoniyi, who scored against Liverpool, is really tall. And that's what I told you, that they should really watch him a lot onto the crosses coming in from Sergio Aurier and Koyate, because they're going to be targeting this guy and using his height because he's tall, he's fast, and he's strong. His physicality is really not doubted, but Gabriel Magalhaes needs to go on and deal with him, because if at all he leaves him for Saliba, Saliba will be beaten for the energy. And obviously, I'm so much shocked with the manager, because against Liverpool he played with a 4-5-1, but today has gone for a 4-3-3. I don't know why. Does he feel like he can go on and really take this game to a team which goes by the names of Arsenal? Let's wait and see what's going to happen in this game of football as they really take on a side which goes by the names of Arsenal. But there is another guy known as Neco Williams. He plays for Nottingham. He might come on as a substitute, and Arsenal might go on and really feel his impact. But the only thing Arsenal have to do is to win this game of football, and they have to go on and really gate an immediate win. They don't even need to go on and really wait to go on and really put in any knowledge of really beating Nottingham. Arsenal has been a team that has mastered beating teams like this. So I expect Arsenal to go on and really beat Nottingham left, right, and center. And I don't want to see Nottingham come in and really cause any havoc into this game of football, because Arsenal has all the gadgets to go on and really kill off this game. When you look at the game of Southampton, Arsenal had everything to kill off this game, but they couldn't go ahead and really win it. And we know the reason. The reason is simple. Arsenal couldn't go ahead and really execute their chances. But in this game of football, Arsenal have really gotten a chance to go on and really do the needful in this game of football. But let's first talk about this guy. To me, he's the best player that Arsenal is having now. I don't know whether you agree or not, and he's making 200 appearances for Arsenal today. That is Granit Xhaka, and obviously he played his first game for Arsenal in 2016 against Liverpool. He made 100 appearances for Arsenal in 2019. Arsenal was playing Newcastle, and obviously he is playing his 200th game for Arsenal against Nottingham. Plenty more to come from this guy, and he has scored 4 goals this season. He's really becoming a revelation. That is Granit Xhaka, and obviously playing a very huge game at a club which goes by the names of Arsenal. Talking about Granit Xhaka, in games like this, you expect him to go on and really do the needful for Arsenal. He's the assistant captain. He's a leader. You see him calling players every time Arsenal scores. He calls them and tells them, please, this is what we're supposed to be doing at the field of play. Let's not do A, B, C, D. Let's do this. And obviously, that is the man who goes by the names of Granit Xhaka. And I believe he's really one of those that Arsenal fans really want to keep in there for you. I was really arguing with Kosi. He was telling me that they need to sell this guy. And I told him that when you are rebuilding, you don't go ahead and really get off all your top guns, because the rebuild won't be perfect. So Mikel Arteta is really doing it in a very perfect way. He's 30 years of age, that is Granit Xhaka, and he is really being trusted by the manager, and the manager is really one of those that really loves him a lot. And obviously, he's scoring goals. And for the very first time, I think he's really going to score 10 or 15 goals this season, because he has played, this is going to be the 12th game for Arsenal, and he has played 11 in the Premier League and obviously 5 into the UEFA Europa League. Those are 16 games. And in 16 games, he's having 4 goals, meaning that if he takes it to that level and he plays close to 50 games this season, he might score close to 14, 15 goals. And I believe he's really going to make it, because every time Thomas Partey is really on the field of play, he plays more in the advanced positions of the midfield. And obviously, that enables him to really approach the 18 yards box area and obviously score goals. One will ask, what's the difference of the goals has been scoring last season and the ones he's really scoring this season? Last season, you saw him score these goals outside the 18 yards box area. But this time round, you are seeing this lad creating goals or scoring these goals in the 18 yards box area of, of the opponent. The first goal he scored this season, it was against Leicester. He was in the 18 yards box area. The one he scored against Spurs, he was in the 18 yards box area. The one he scored against, did he score against Liverpool? I think he scored against Liverpool, yeah. And the one he never scored against Liverpool. The one he scored against PSV, he was in the 18 yards box area. And the one he scored against Southampton, he was in the 18 yards box area. It shows you that this is a lot of improvement for this guy. It's really a lot of improvement for this guy, and obviously he needs to go ahead and really continue doing this. So that is Granit Xhaka making his 200th appearance for Arsenal. But him to be so much effective, he needs a player who goes by the names of Thomas Partey by his side. When he's having Thomas Partey, he really looks a more different kind of player altogether. He helps him go and approach the advanced positions of the pitch, because that is where magic really happens at a side which goes by the names of Arsenal. And Granit Xhaka is really making that move for Arsenal. 200th appearance for a side which goes by names of Arsenal. And guess what? As you know, Arsenal, really one of their players who goes by names of Pablo Marí was stabbed, and him being stabbed, and he's on he has been admitted and is going to be out of hospital, I think, tomorrow. Then he's going to be out for 2 months, and obviously he will be back on the pitch. That is I think towards the end of December. So he's still an Arsenal player, though there is an option for him to be sold to AS Monza for 6 million euros. Arsenal will be making a profit of close to 5 million euros if at all Monza stays into the Serie A. And obviously the players of Arsenal have gone ahead to go on and do it for Pablo Marí. He's shirt number 22 for Arsenal. And you see all those players of Arsenal, even those that are injured, have been part of this photo. You see, this is Zinchenko, who is not part of the Arsenal team. And this is Emily Smith-Rowe, who is expected to return on the 26th of December. Even which other player is injured? The rest of the players are really back. Now, this is Bukayo Saka, Aaron Ramsdale. I'm seeing Tomiyasu. This is Reece Nelson, Marquinhos, Gabriel Jesus. This is Granit Xhaka, the captain, Odegaard. Then I'm seeing Kian Tierney. This is Cedric Soares. Where is William Saliba? I'm not seeing Saliba. Okay, Saliba is here. Then Thomas Partey is here. Ben White is here. And very many other, even El Nini, El Nini returned, is also here. Matt Sana is also injured. Gabriel Magalhaes and Fabio Vieira, Martinelli also really being part of this historic photo of really wishing him a very good recovery into this game of football before they really go ahead and really win this. And I believe it's really going to be so much important for us to go on and win this game, because it will be like a dedication to him that please heal fast and really get back on the field of play. And that is a man who goes by the names of Pablo Marí. So that has been really a tribute to the man that really narrowly died, because he said in his statement that he saw a man dying because he was stabbed by thugs, but he said it was a madman. So we need to go on and really be observant. But that's why I tell you that every time, just call the Lord to really protect you, because no one can protect you other than the Lord Jesus. So let me go to the people into the comment section. I'm having Clifford Munambwa, Arsenal 3, Nottingham 0. That is my prediction too. That is my prediction. I believe Arsenal is going to put 3 goals past Nottingham. And I don't believe Nottingham is going to go ahead and really score against Arsenal. That's it. I believe Arsenal is keeping their first clean sheet in the Premier League at Emirates. That's it. It's really written all over it, and I believe that's how it's going to happen. Then I'm having Motebi Ronald is saying Arsenal 2, Nottingham 0. Obviously, that would also be a very good score for Arsenal, because as the table stands right now, you don't want your team, if at all you're an Arsenal fan, to go on and really lose. The table is like this. And Chelsea, having been beaten, what you could call for into this level of the league is to go on and really see a team which goes by the names of Arsenal win, because I'm going to show you very well when I really bring the table to your screen why Arsenal really needs only a win today. Now, Man City won a game yesterday. They've played one more game ahead of Arsenal. They're having 29 points. If Arsenal goes ahead to win today, they're going to be at 31 points, meaning that they are going to go back on top of the table. And obviously, why do they need to go ahead and really score many goals as required? The goal difference. Man City has a goal difference of 26. Arsenal have 14, meaning that there is a goal difference of 12. And what does that show? It shows you that you need to go on and really score these goals, because at a point X, you might find yourself that you will need these goals to really beat Man City, in meaning that Arsenal should go ahead and really score as many goals as they really can. Then Tottenham won yesterday. They've played 2 more games than Arsenal, meaning that if Arsenal wins the 2 games they have in hand, they'll be how many points ahead of this team? 8 ahead of Tottenham. Newcastle has also played 2 more games than Arsenal, meaning that if at all Newcastle goes ahead to win, if Arsenal wins the 2 games they have in hand, they'll be at 34 minutes. They'll be 10 points ahead of Newcastle. Chelsea has played 1 game more than Arsenal. They are 21 points, 7 points behind Arsenal. If Arsenal wins today, they are going to be 10 points ahead of Chelsea. That's what you would love, because for me, I'm not counting Spurs. I believe that this position are going to be taken by Chelsea, Manchester United, and Liverpool. They're really coming. So if at all Arsenal keeps a point difference of like 10 or 15 between teams like Chelsea. It's pretty great for them. United has not yet played today. If they win today, they're going to be at 23 points, meaning that if at all Arsenal wins today, they're going to be 8 points ahead of Manchester United. That is beautiful for a team which goes by names of Arsenal. And the most important thing to talk about is Liverpool. They're having 16 points. If Arsenal wins today, they are going to be 15 points ahead of Liverpool. That will be a very huge range for Liverpool to close in. That's going to be a very huge range because I know Arsenal is going to be playing Chelsea next weekend, meaning that they need to go ahead and win this game of football. If at all they don't, then a lot of pressure will accumulate on them when they're playing Chelsea. So I believe if Arsenal wins today and they win in the midweek against FC Zurich, because I believe it's a must, they'll have gained the momentum to go on at the Stamford Bridge and really register the result they want. So Arsenal is in a better position to win today, and a win of very many goals is needed. I don't believe that a win of 1-0 will really give Arsenal confidence and really tell people, all opponents, that it's really back onto the winning ways. Arsenal needs to go ahead and really trounce Nottingham by 3-0. If they go and do that, it's really going to be a very positive act by Arsenal. And David is my name, and obviously I'm having 137 edit. Do the Anthony spin with your wheelie. Oh, guys, I cannot do the Anthony spin, I don't lie, but I'm going to try it home. Maybe I'll do it and really perfect it and really put up a video onto this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. And at this juncture, this is where I go up and really end the poll and see what people are really telling me in here. 93% are telling me that Arsenal are winning. 6% are telling me that Nottingham are winning. 1% is telling me that Arsenal is really going ahead to draw this game of football. Thank you guys for watching in. Thank you, Clafford Munamba, for watching in. Motebi Ronald for watching in. And 137 edits, thank you for watching in. I sign out for now. See you later when this game of football is done with the match reaction. But my prediction is Arsenal 3, Nottingham 0. I'm out.